the timeline travel of transformation. This is a journey where you will go and visit with the great Sphinx of Egypt. You will also have an audience with Thoth, the god of wisdom. This meditation and journey will take you deeply into who you were in past lives, the full version of that. It will take you to a timeline of where you are in this present moment, but most importantly, it will gift you the vision for the future. And it will show you the truth of all that there is, and reveal to you the clarity of your mission and purpose, and this lifetime, how one will succeed and fulfill their mission in all directions and all timelines. Focus on your root chakra and take a long, deep breath in through the nose, all the way up to the crown. Pause, hold the breath, and a slow exhale, releasing. And as you let go of the breath, feel everything that does not serve you just melt away. Focus your energy and your breath now into your heart space. And as you channel this breath into the heart, visualize a beautiful blue lotus starting to unfurl its petals. And each breath is an activation, for this is your portal for travel. And the deeper you breathe, the more the blue lotus activates, and you feel a warmth and expansion as you welcome in the energies of the blue lotus. Feel your light bodies expand. Feel your physical body relax. You start to journey into your own inner cosmos. So feel yourself as you are held in that very sacred space. And now you start to witness, experience in your mind's eye a picture, a vision of you standing before the great Sphinx in Egypt. The great Sphinx is one of the most powerful portals on Gaia. It is an opener to the Stargate portals. And this is a place that you have so much love in your heart for you have stood here many, many times before. Many a ceremony, initiation has been undergone here. You have taught, you have held space, you have cried, you have laughed here. For this is the place where you access your mission and purpose, the libraries, the Akashic records. From this space you can access the 8th dimension. And from the 8th dimension you can access and accept your core power. And from this place you also access the halls of Amenti. So this is a very, very powerful place where you stand, dear heart. So you wiggle your toes and you steady yourself as you stand between the paws of the Sphinx, facing heart to heart, looking up at this majestic stone being. And in a way, you feel that the majestic stone being is looking down at you. There is a remembrance from both sides. And you feel your energy field react to this. You feel your cells come online. And you are deeply comforted to be here. This magnificent stone being just towers above you, and you are in awe of the backdrop of the midnight blue sky and the cosmos as they twinkle and celebrate you. So where you stand is indeed the entry point to the 8th dimension. And the 8th dimension holds this powerful medicine that configures your whole being to be able to access and accept your core power. And as this is also the entry point to the Akashic records, knowing the records, being able to access your books, this is indeed acceptance of core power. For once one knows, has wisdom, insight, knowledge, one must action this. And this is the acceptance of the power. One can only gain access to these libraries if one is ready to receive the guidance. When you take responsibility, this means this is the full embodiment of your mission. And the next step would be to bring this knowledge and wisdom into physical manifestation. So you only arrive at this point in time when you are ready, when the Master has awakened. And this, dear heart, is why you stand here now. Let us proceed. The keeper of these libraries is Thoth, the god of wisdom, the god of alchemy. It is he that calls you now. It is his call, his whispers on the ethers, that has brought you to this place. This is how connected you are to this place. Where you stand suddenly becomes ignited and activated in emerald and golden light. You do not fear this, for you have been here many times before. You understand the process of activation of these portals. So you expand your energy field accordingly, and you anchor your feet into the earth. You suddenly witness the heart of the great Sphinx. It begins to glow, and there is a swirl, a spiraling of light codes that comes out of the great Sphinx's heart, and it reaches out to meet and connect with your own heart. Open your heart portal now. Open your being to receive the golden spiral. Allow this connection to take place now. In your mind's eye, you are now visited by Thoth, for he reveals himself in what seems to be a holographic and ethereal image, and he beckons you. He is calling you to step through. He invites you to stand beside him now. And with that, you allow this, and you step deeply into this. You are transported by light, and suddenly you find yourself right there before Thoth himself. There is a sudden shift in consciousness. You can see that you are very much indeed in a different dimension here. So you take some breaths to align your energy field with the frequency here, for it is high, it is strong, it is powerful. You now stand before Thoth. You are so humbled, excited, and honored, deeply honored to be received by such a master. And as he would like to just share now, master meets master, for we are a divine reflection of one another, for we are one. Thoth speaks. I have been awaiting your presence, dear heart, for this moment is auspicious. It is special. It is celebratory of your evolution. You have walked these lifetimes again and again, searching, seeking, divining. And here you stand, the full acceptance of your mastery self. And this is why we are here. It is now time for you to embody fully the truth, the wholeness of who you were back then, who you are now, and who you are going to be. And as we are speaking truth, dear heart, let me just say that this truth never eluded you. You have just woken from the illusion. He then steps aside and reveals 3 books on 3 different golden altars. The first book is of your past incarnations, of all of the highest timelines of where you did find your truth. The timelines of where you were in your mastery back then, in the mystery schools, in the temples, and all examples of such. The second book is who you are as you stand here now in this current timeline. And the third book is who you are going to be, what you have agreed upon, what you have written in the stars, your destiny, if you will. It's how you will show up in the world, and this book holds all of the coordinates. You need worry about nothing. And with that, you take a big deep breath in, almost like a relief breath. Thoth then takes your focus to book number 1, and he walks you to that golden altar. He picks up the book and he places this very, very heavy book in your arms. The energy is powerful, it's dense, but it's expansive at the same time. And the reason it is heavy is because it is full of your master codes. It is full of the amount of lifetimes where you have attained your mastery. You've done this so many times before. And as you hold this book, there is a sudden projection before you. A movie, a transmission through the book in front of you. You are watching this movie play out. And the contents of this story in your arms shows you time and time again of where you were, a high initiate. And you start to remember. It all starts to come back to you. It all starts to become very familiar, does it not? You are now witness to just how many young initiates you did teach back then. How many young initiates transformed into high initiates for these in the mystery schools. They went on to their own path. And they had a huge impact on humanity with their own wisdom teachings. They came from the same place as you. This is your power. This is how much the ripples affect when it comes from your soul essence. Remember this. You are now asked to place this book back on the altar. For it is now time to enter this book into the universal library, which means many souls which are to come will access this divine wisdom that you have created in this book, and it will assist and guide others to their own mastery of becoming. Suddenly there is a burst of light, and it is transcended to that library. And you feel this overwhelming sense of completion. It is done, it is done, it is done. So mote it be. Thoth now leads you to the second altar. And this is your present moment time book. As you connect your frequency and signature essence with this book, there is a sudden activation once again. You feel it in your being, your cells, for it is divinely encoded to you. And then the movie plays out once again. And here you are, witness to yourself once more. This time, you see yourself as an ancient initiate, a high initiate. Yet you are walking amongst the modern people. So you are in this now timeline, an ancient in this modern day. You witness yourself in the final and last stages of your initiations in this life. The final stages of full remembrance of who you truly are. You witness yourself becoming. You are a divine channel for spirit. This was your agreement. This is what you would bring to this lifetime to help in the golden age of Aquarius as we land this timeline between us. You have the capacity to heal, reignite, restore, and recalibrate Gaia, as well as all of those that walk with you. Take a moment to breathe in the full version of you in this now timeline, in what you are witnessing and what you are being shown. You are ready. You are now led to the third book, which stands majestically and powerfully on the altar. This book holds different energy to the previous two. It is a golden book, and it emanates the frequencies and the colors of the emerald and the gold. And it is expansive in its aura and energy. It is very different to the other books, and you can feel this in your energy field. You start to feel your cells ignite and activate as you stand before it. Thoth tells you this is your future timeline. This is you. The energy and the frequency and the power you are feeling right now, beloved, is you. And you take a moment to take that in, to take that on. This book, he says, will not reveal to you the future, not as you would like to visualize it. Oh no, beloved, this is a lot more fun and a lot more powerful. From within this book, the most powerful codes, coordinates, activations, and adventures are encoded within it. You are no longer on the lower timeline. You are on the highest timeline. Everything that you do, everything that you speak, everything that you are is now of the highest frequency. And you are here now to create in joy, to have sacred missions, adventures, to meet others like you. And it is now time to share without fear. It is now time for leadership through love. You will merge this book into your being. Throughout times to come, you will be given the transmission, ongoing infinitely. But you do not need to know now, for now is the moment you really breathe in to the trust. Now is the time that you say to yourself, I trust myself, for I am spirit, I am source, I am one. It is you that writes the story now, beloved. You pick up the book and you place it onto your heart space. And there is a divine connection, a love match, if you will. You expand into 1,000,000 stars. There is a beautiful merger, an acceptance of core power through this book. Open your energy field now and allow this book to become one with you. For this is now your new navigational system. And as you are reveling in all of the glory of this, suddenly Thoth taps you on the forehead, on the third eye 3 times. And with that, you are suddenly transported into another dimension. You are now in the journey dimension and you hear his voice. Now, beloved, receive the message. What is your first step into the beyond? Open your heart and receive. It is now time to call your being back into your physical being. Give your deepest love and gratitude to the messages, the guidance, to Thoth, the Sphinx, to you for being here. Taking some long, deep breaths, and allow yourself the time to come back into your current timeline, back into your physical being. All is well, dear heart. All is well.